I'm going to show you the little trick I use to get my salmon just the way I like it. But first I'm going to make a panko gremolata, which is just going to be some fresh parsley, lemon zest, and breadcrumbs. Next, I'm going to prep my sauce, which is going to consist of some cherry tomatoes, some finely diced shallots, plenty of garlic, and some capers. Now I'm coating my salmon in a salt and sugar mix and letting that hang out for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I'm giving that salmon a little rinse, and here's my secret. My Yummly smart thermometer, which comes in this really sleek charging base. The smart thermometer is super cool because it's completely Bluetooth operated and the app is very user friendly. Right here I'm just selecting my protein, the way I like it cooked, the method in which I'm cooking it, and a reminder to tell me when to flip. This is great for cooks of all skill levels because it takes away the guesswork and gives you confidence in the kitchen. Right here it's telling me to remove from the heat, so that's what I'm going to do. And finally I build my sauce in that same pan with white wine, chicken stock. Full recipe will be on my Instagram. And here's my salmon just the way I like it, topped off with that gremolata. It's flaky, it's moist, and I didn't have to worry whether it was over or undercooked.
The amount of requests I get for my pumpkin spice overnight oats is insane, and unfortunately I'm here to tell you that there is no recipe. People always say measure with your heart, but I say measure with your stomach, because like, how hungry are you? Pour accordingly. The one thing I will say, always put salt in your overnight oats. Game changing. And I use PB2, and before you come at me for peanut butter slander, just think of it as a single ingredient plant-based protein powder. Think of it that way and it'll save you so much money. Oh, and the last thing, they don't need overnight, just like 15 minutes.
Today's class lesson is why crepes are far superior to pancakes and why these in particular are going to get you that elevated basic ball. Now, crepes are perfectly portable. You can literally eat them on your way to the bus or the train or in the car, and you can fill them with whatever your heart desires. Now, I personally am always down for a little extra protein, so I'm going to add some Garden of Life raw organic vanilla protein for extra vitamins and vanilla flavoring to the batter and then cook it low and slow over some medium heat. Now, again, we're not having a basic ball, so we're going to use a pumpkin tahini cream cheese filling that literally makes me want to scream in the middle of the forest while I run amongst the foliage. It's just a blend of cream cheese, pumpkin tahini, maple syrup, and pumpkin spice with a little salt. Add it to your crepes, add more maple syrup, and dive in.
Hi, just popping in to remind you that it's all a wave, baby. 1 second you're on top of the entire freaking ocean, feeling invincible, and then bam, you're face first into rock bottom. But you know what's dope about the scientific makeup of the human body? You float. You float, and you float, and you float back up to the surface. And then you wait. And eventually, sometimes even right when you're about to give up, the biggest, most beautiful wave comes and puts you back on top.
These are my favorite chocolate truffles in the world, made in the style of the famous Nama chocolate by Royce. To make them, heat up cream and butter and pour it over some really good dark chocolate. You can add Kahlua or brandy and some coffee too. Stir until you get a silky smooth ganache and pour it into a tray. Chill this for a few hours, then slice into neat little squares, wiping down your knife often for super clean cuts. Finally, dust cocoa powder on both sides and you'll be left with what I think are the simplest and best chocolate truffles.
How to make tamagoyaki. Ingredients: oil pan, pour egg, cook halfway, and bring egg to one side. More oil and egg, tuck and flip. Keep repeating process. It doesn't have to be perfect. Flip, flip. Oil, egg, tuck, flip, flip. Woohoo, almost done. So many layers. Squeeze to side of pan to shape. And that's
Child, I've been tired all day. And ain't nobody trying to be up all night cleaning the kitchen. So I did a simple upgrade to an old school classic. Beans and wings. Instead of pork and beans, you get Butcher's baked beans. Instead of Frank's, you get some smoked sausage. And then cook some rice for a filler. Use chicken broth instead of water because duh. And then start on them beans. A little bit of butter. Add the beans in. A little bit of honey. And just a hint of sugar. Put as much sugar as your heart desires. and mind your business about mine. Then go ahead and mix it up and start on that meat. Get your I kinda miss him sausage, and then remember all the bad he done to you. Ha! After you chop it all pretty, get some grapeseed oil in a hot pan, throw them sausages in, and pretend like you're in Gordon Ramsay's kitchen. After they get nice and brown like my future husband, plate them up and you got beans and wings. Dinner in less than 15 minutes. Now time for bed. Alright, bye.